So things just keep getting worse and worse and worse for Elon Musk, and I am extremely here for it. So look at this. Tesla reportedly has $800 million worth of Cybertrucks.
Elon Musk just got hit with a brutal reality check. Over 10,000 unsold Cybertrucks, $800 million in inventory rotting on lots, and even his most loyal supporters turning on him. Is this the moment the Tesla empire finally starts to fall?
In what is it, the UK or in Europe, there's been a big drop in sales here when it comes to the Cybertruck. Probably Tesla more generally too is probably struggling.
You don't need to be a car expert to know when something just doesn't fit. And that's exactly what the Cybertruck feels like. Something that doesn't belong. Elon Musk hyped it up for years, calling it the future of transportation. But what ended up rolling off the assembly line looked more like a dystopian prop from a 1980s sci-fi film than something made for real roads and real people. It's big, it's bulky, and it's honestly just uncomfortable to look at. The raw stainless steel exterior was supposed to be edgy and bold, but instead it's been labeled as cold, aggressive, and well, depressing. It doesn't help that this truck doesn't blend into life. It bulldozes right through it. And in neighborhoods across Texas and Cali, people are starting to feel the awkwardness of seeing one in person. It doesn't matter how much money you have, driving something that looks like a metallic refrigerator on wheels isn't exactly winning anyone's style points. Grocery store parking lots aren't designed for these monsters, and cities definitely aren't either. Maneuvering a Cybertruck into tight spots or narrow residential streets? Yeah. Good luck. There's a reason pickup trucks, despite their size, usually come with some curves and comfort built in. This one's all hard edges and no charm.
Most of the Cybertruck recalls have been fixed via software updates. But the Cybertruck did also previously have another physical recall way back when it first came out about a piece on the acceleration pedal that was sometimes sliding off, which again just does not seem very safe.
Culturally, there's also a growing sense that people who buy the Cybertruck are doing it for show, not for substance. It screams, "Look at me," but it doesn't offer the warmth or utility people associate with traditional trucks. Even in Texas, where trucks are everywhere, a lot of buyers are looking backward toward older, smaller models that are easier to drive and feel more connected to their environment. Meanwhile, this breed of steel monsters just feels like overkill. What happens when you build a futuristic truck nobody wants? You end up with a warehouse full of them. That's the situation Tesla found itself in just weeks ago, when a leak report revealed something shocking: over 10,000 Cybertrucks sitting unsold. In April, the number was already bad, around 2,400 brand new units stuck in inventory. But by May, that figure had exploded to more than 4 times the size, totaling nearly $800 million in stranded inventory. That's not just a sales problem, that's a warning siren for the entire business model. It turns out Tesla had been quietly discounting the Cybertruck while also pulling a bit of a trick with listings. Because their system only publishes one listing per vehicle configuration per location, the actual number of unsold trucks didn't reflect how many duplicates were on the lot. Customers thought demand was steady, reality said otherwise. Behind the scenes, Cybertrucks were stacking up like unsold holiday decorations in January, too expensive to get rid of and too awkward to ignore. Fred Lambert, a former Tesla fan and editor-in-chief at Electric, confirmed the mess, saying Tesla had drastically slowed Cybertruck production in response to the clear lack of interest. But by the time they started slowing down, the damage had already been done. The trucks had been produced in 2024, before Musk's political controversies kicked into high gear, were sitting idle, unwanted, and overpriced. This inventory leak isn't just about a few extra trucks. It exposed a deeper problem: the illusion of unstoppable growth. Tesla has always operated on the idea that demand will match production. That belief kept investors excited and customers lining up. But when reality doesn't match the hype, trust erodes, and fast. The leaked numbers pulled back the curtain and revealed a company scrambling to make sense of a product nobody is buying. And it's not like they can quietly shove these trucks into another country either. With global sales also shrinking, especially in China and Europe, Tesla has nowhere left to hide. That's what's happening to Cybertruck owners who are trying to sell or trade their vehicles. Tesla has quietly stopped accepting Cybertrucks as trade-ins. Third-party dealers are avoiding them, and private sellers are watching their resale value drop like a rock. You either hold onto it forever or take a massive loss. That's the kind of regret no buyer signs up for. It's a nightmare scenario for Tesla fans who thought they were early adopters of something groundbreaking. But now, many of them are realizing they're stuck with the heavy, hard-to-maneuver stainless steel embarrassment. Even in states like Texas, where truck culture runs deep, drivers are finding it nearly impossible to offload these things. Some have posted about offering thousands in discounts just to get a nibble of interest. Zero, nothing, nil. This isn't just about design, it's about practicality and perception. These trucks don't fit into regular parking spots, they don't navigate cities well, and they're not being treated like luxury vehicles by anyone except maybe the original buyers. When a product flops, you expect at least some aftermarket support, right? But this? Yeah, it's complete isolation. Dealers won't touch them, buyers are afraid of them, and Tesla won't back them. And it's especially jarring when you compare it to Tesla's older models. Used Model 3s and Model Ys still have some demand, even in a soft market. But Cybertrucks are being treated like radioactive material. Owners report calling used car lots and being told outright, "We're not interested." That kind of rejection is brutal, especially when you realize you've poured your money into a vehicle that's already aging like milk. Elon Musk made a choice, a public, loud, and unapologetic alignment with, well, Donald Trump. At first, it seemed like a strategic move. Musk wanted to reshape America's energy future, and having a connection with the highest office in the land couldn't hurt, right? But fast forward to 2025, and that choice is costing him more than anybody expected, especially after Trump announced plans to eliminate emission credits, something Tesla has relied on for years to stay profitable.
You know, I saw it on TV, I saw it at the intro, but nothing strikes you until you see it in person.
And those credits weren't just some minor perk. They were billions to Tesla. The company made huge money selling unused regulatory credits to other automakers who couldn't meet environmental standards. It was a loophole, yeah, but one that Elon exploited brilliantly until now. If Trump gets his way, that money dries up, and Tesla's business model takes a direct hit. What's even more damaging is the optics. Elon is being lumped in with controversial policies, polarizing rhetoric, and a wave of anti-regulation moves that don't sit well with Tesla's original fan base. A lot of early adopters came from progressive, climate-conscious communities, people who believed in clean energy, sustainability, and innovation. Now, many of them are openly saying they can't support a company that's cozying up to an administration tearing those ideals apart. There's a moment in every fandom when reality finally catches up to hope, and for Fred Lambert, that moment came crashing in recent time. For years, Lambert wasn't just any Tesla fan, he was one of the most respected voices covering the company. As the editor-in-chief of Electric, a popular EV-focused publication, Fred supported Elon Musk's mission and often highlighted Tesla's breakthroughs with enthusiasm. He gave them the benefit of the doubt, even when critics called the company out. But that patience ran thin and ran out. In a recent tweet, Lambert put it plainly, "As someone who has been directly lied to by Tesla and Musk several times, I never take what they say at face value anymore." That's not just frustration, that's a complete loss of trust.
A form of armored glass for the car. And the door panels of the car are the 300 series stainless steel, and it's so tough that it's bulletproof to a handgun.
And why is that important to you that it be bulletproof? I mean,
It's badass and super cool.
That's super cool.
For longtime followers of Tesla, that statement hit hard. Lambert has spent years reporting on the company's developments, often defending Tesla's delays, hiccups, and promises that didn't always pan out. But after being misled way too many times about production goals, delivery timelines, and inventory details, it seems the final straw has been pulled. And Fred isn't alone. His shift represents a broader wave of former supporters who are stepping back and saying, "We believed you, and you let us down." So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.